Hello everyone, I am Left and welcome to my first live MS Paint Vainglory strategy tutorial, and today is going to be a short and simple one. Today we are going to be talking about tanks in Vainglory. How do they work? What are they? So in any MOBA game or even any team-based shooter game, anything from League of Legends to Overwatch, a tank is a hero or champion or whatever they're called that has more than average health and typically has abilities that are supposed to do one of two things. You're either supposed to disrupt team fights and while dealing damage to enemies, or peel for your teammates. So today we are going to be talking about those two features of tanks: peeling for your allies and disrupting enemies to create space. So as you can see here, I have my where's my mouse? Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Let's undo that. So we have our paint cursor here. Where did it go? What the? Oh, there it is. Okay. Anyways, we have our paint cursor here, and I'm going to be drawing out an explanation for each of these things. So first, let's say this right here is going to be Glaive. Glaive is one of the tank heroes in Vainglory. As you can see, it's Glaive because he has cat ears, a massive axe, and oh wait, he's blind. So yeah, there's Glaive, and give him a tail too. So there's Glaive. Glaive has Afterburn, which is one of the best knockback and stun abilities in the game. Afterburn. So say that you are Glaive, and there's a Celeste on your team, right? So then let's also say that there is an enemy. Let's also say that there's an enemy Taka on the other team, and he's a fox, so we'll give him ears, give him a little eye patch there and a tail, and then we'll put red dots around him because he's an enemy. So the enemy Taka from the other team is going to be diving onto your team's Celeste right here. This is Celeste. I know, I'm an artist. And Celeste is just kind of doing her thing, dropping stars everywhere. And Taka is going to try to kill her. Well, as Glaive, you can peel for your Celeste by afterburning towards her and knocking Taka away from her. So peel is the act of stopping or hindering the enemy's movement towards your squishy targets and carries. Really, any hero can technically do peel, but a lot of them are better or worse at it than others. For example, you're not going to really get any peel out of a Reza. However, someone like a Catherine, massive peel effect. So being able to make real-time decisions in big team fights is a way that you will get better at peeling. Well, those two things are one and the same. If you can make the right decisions in team fights, you'll inevitably find yourself peeling better for your allies. So now that we've talked about that, let's talk about creating space. Let me erase everything here. Oh, that's just not gonna do. That's too small. Let me just undo everything. This is gonna take a while. I hope you guys can't hear my mouse. But yeah, elevator music. Oh, are you kidding me? This is actually stupid. Where do I get the big eraser? How about I just draw white? Can I fill? I really hope that you guys aren't bored and clicking off the video right now. This is my first time ever making a paint tutorial, so I'm sorry. Oh, I can fill. Or can I? Click an area. Right click it to fill it with background color. Oh god, this is stupid. Anyway, we're just going to leave that there and move on. So, what is creating space, and how do tanks do that as well? So let's say you have a short little guy right here. This is Tony. He has his punchers, and he's going to fight you. Yeah, so Tony. Tanks create space by moving forward with disruptive damaging abilities, and therefore making the space behind them safe for the squishy targets to move up. So if a Tony uses his ult on the enemy team and he hits the Kashka and the Taka very far away from his carries, bam, an entire expanse of space in front of and behind Tony is now safe. And Celeste over here looks at that and is like, wow, all of that is now safe for me. Thanks, Tony. And she can move up and deal damage, and the Kashka and the Taka are just over here like, oh no, I should have used a reflex block. So yeah, tanks can create space like that. But there's not just one way to do it. There's so many different things that you can do as a tank to create space. One obscure example would be as an Arden, Atlas Pauldroning a strong attack speed weapon power carry like a Vox. You get an Atlas Pauldron on him, suddenly your Scarf is able to 1v1 him down, even if he's maybe behind in items for a little bit. So that makes the space around the Vox temporarily safe for Scarf. Or say Arden Gauntlet is a very self-explanatory version of creating space. If, say, your teammate wants to be outside of the gauntlet, dealing damage to the inside targets, then bam, by dropping the gauntlet, you've made the whole area outside safe and the whole area inside not safe for the enemies, right? So tanks don't just deal damage, and they don't just peel and create space. They're not all crowd control. They're not all actually carries either. They're just kind of a hybrid, and these are the two facets of how tanks work. At least this is how I like to break it down, because it works in a lot of other games too, like League of Legends, Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, Dota, that kind of stuff. So that's going to be it for my first MS Paint tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something useful. At the end of this video, let me thank my patrons, Appful and Shandara. Thank you for being my patrons for this month, guys. If you want to be my patron, the link is in the description. You give $5 and you get the special patron role in my Discord server and all kinds of other cool stuff. There's other tiers, but I can't imagine why anybody would want to donate to those. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next MS Paint tutorial. Hopefully I will get better at drawing.